What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Trout Wrangler Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Garrity. That guy right there is our show's vibes curator, Mr. Maverick. There he is. How you doing today, pal? Doing good? Didn't do much today. I got home from work and we took a 3-hour nap watching the Players Open. So, we got a really cool episode today. We got Julia Parrish coming on to talk about a really unique red tournament that is down in Charleston, South Carolina. And before we get into that interview, I would like to thank the partners of this show: Affletta Coffee, Free Fly Apparel, Loon Outdoors, and Yeti Coolers. So until Julia gets on here, next up is our interview with Julia Parrish of Marshwear. Like I said in the intro, we do have an interview out of Charleston once again. I'll kick it over to let you introduce yourself a little bit, Julia.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm Julia. I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina, soaking up the low country. I've been working with Marshwear for about 3 years now. I'm marketing manager, but we kind of all do a little bit of everything there. So,
Sounds good. So for listeners who may not know you yet, you just obviously introduced yourself, but how'd you get started into fishing, if you do fish?
yeah. So like a lot of folks, I grew up on a bass pond or fishing on a bass pond. I was lucky enough to have it about like 400 yards from my front door. So a lot of nights, me and my family would be down there, getting our fill of like bass, crappie, brim, all the good things. But I didn't start getting into fly fishing until about my senior year of high school. My brother really showed me the ropes there, and then when I went to college at Virginia Tech, I was surrounded by some pretty good trout water, so got into that there. And then since then, it's taken me to a lot of cool places. I spent some time in Honduras, Montana, Florida, and then now here in Charleston. So,
Heck yeah, that's awesome. I was actually at the Wake Forest Virginia Tech basketball game the other night.
oh, cool, yeah, right
Yeah,
on.
that was surprisingly, it went to overtime. I thought Wake Forest was going to honestly kick the hell out of Virginia Tech,
Yeah,
but I,
honestly, Tech basketball is the way to go now, based on our football team. So,
James Franklin's going to turn that around. Came from Penn
I
State,
hope
but
so.
he will. That is honestly though, like even no matter how bad the team sucks, the whole Sandman thing at the beginning of the
Oh,
game is electric,
yeah, you can't beat it. You
absolutely
really
electric.
can't.
But let's talk about the Lady Red tournament a little bit, dude. Like that's honestly one of the largest tournaments, kind of like around now, and
Yeah,
like it's just a massive party. It's probably like the best party in Charleston. Everybody says now.
I would
But
like to think so. Yeah.
where'd you get that idea from, and kind of like what inspired you to create it?
Yeah. So, Caitlin Dobbins, she's now with Yeti, but she is actually the one who brought Lady Red to life and really spearheaded it in 22. So, March also, we host a tarpon tournament in the late summer. We've been doing that for about 5 years. And it's about 99% male dominated and it's pretty competitive. So naturally, she just wanted to create something that not only welcomes women into fly fishing, but gives them a place to feel confident showing up, learning, competing, and then just being with the girls. So,
That is a really cool concept. Like that's something you
yeah.
don't really hear about much. And it's like, probably a long time ago it's not a thing anymore, but they had a female dominant bass fishing thing, like the Elite Series now.
Oh, wow.
And it
Yeah.
kind of like fizzled out. There's actually a lady that was up the road from where I'm at now that actually competed in it. And other than that, it's like you have like the people that compete on the kayak side and the
Yeah.
opens and stuff, but you don't hear a full like tournament, like women dominated tournament, which is really cool. And
Yeah.
so that's something that's like very different. And I think it should go on in a lot more, like more states. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah. How good the turnout has been and like all the buzz around it. Like, I definitely think it was a great idea to get that rolling, and everyone seems to love it and be super supportive of it. So,
That's like everyone I talk to said like loves it. Like Sean and Sarah,
oh yeah, oh
they
yeah,
they they love that tournament every year. Sean's trying to get me to go down for the party this year.
you should absolutely come. Yeah.
I bring my girlfriend and throw my name in it, but I no longer have a boat, and my girlfriend will probably strangle me by the end of the day. but uh,
Classic.
what was the original mission behind kind of like starting the tournament, and how has it kind of like evolved into what it is now?
Yeah. So I mean, original basis is just yeah, bringing girls together and growing the community, and I feel like that's still the main point all around. The only thing that's really changed and something we didn't really expect to come out of it was like how far and wide the tournament has reached. The first year we capped the tournament at about 40 teams. We sold out in 48 hours, and then it was a lot
Holy
of
shit!
familiar faces. A few new ones, but and then this past year we ended up having 64 teams sold out in 24 hours and had girls from all over the country joining us in the low country. Like there was Montana, Louisiana, Texas, North Dakota, like girls from just all over, which was so cool to see. And then, yeah, just like fly fishing, especially for women, I feel like can be a little intimidating if you're new or like don't immediately see people
Yeah,
who look like, I don't know, look like you doing it. So I just feel like having the basis and that this event is building that community and opening the door for those people. Um, it's been really fun to watch it turn into a space where we can connect and support each other and, you know, realize we can be on the water too. So,
that is pretty cool. Like that's one thing. Like you don't really. I've only met. I think you're the third person. I've only met like two other girls fly fishing out, whether it's on the river or on a boat, and it's crazy to see how many more there are now.
yeah,
And it's like fly fishing as a whole is just blown up in like the
I
last, I'd
agree.
say, 10 years. And it's like you start seeing more and more women get into it to where now, like on the freshwater side, they have complete wader companies that are
Yeah,
specifically building waders for females, which is really cool to see.
yeah,
And it's something that should be more like widely accepted in the fly fishing industry. So that's one of those things. And like what you said about how girls they kind of shy away from fly fishing because it's mostly a male sport. Like it shouldn't be like
yeah,
that. Shouldn't
yeah,
be
I
like that.
agree. It's awesome seeing, I mean, like you said, I feel like I've also seen a huge blow up and one, the amount of women doing it, but just the fly fishing community in general, I feel like has grown a lot. And it's always funny to hear like some guides, we have some, Marsh has some like pro guides down in the Keys and whatnot. And they always say that their favorite client is a woman because we actually listen
Yeah,
compared to like there's no ego behind it on our end, I guess. So I don't know. It's definitely cool to see more and more women around.
that is completely true too. Like they listen more. It's nuts for where it's like I fish alone a lot, and I was fishing the Little River one time up here in the Western North Carolina, and a woman came down. I kind of felt bad. She was alone, and I would say she was like in her early 60s, late 50s, and
Beast.
you could see that like she walked into an Orvis store,
Yeah.
and or like, oh shit, I shouldn't have dropped the company name, but we'll go. She
All
walked into
good.
an Orvis store and their eyes got like dinner plates, and they sold her
Yeah.
every single high end piece of gear
Yeah.
that they had in there. And
Yeah.
it's like, that like it's kind of like, pardon my French, it's kind of fucked up. Where
Yeah.
it's like they don't know any better, but like she actually asked like questions and stuff like that, and it was crazy. Like we started talking a little more. She works with my girlfriend's uncle in the
That's
forestry
cool.
service,
Yeah.
and she ended up going to tell her that I was at Christmas, and she's like, that lady you fly fished with came up and told me that she met you at the Little River and how nice you were. And I was like,
Oh,
that
that's so
that, that was like a
awesome.
20-minute conversation, but it's like stuff like that. It should be more, and they do, like,
Yeah.
women do listen way more. And every single time I have taken my girlfriend or my sister fishing, they end up 9 times out of 10 catching way more fish than me
I
every
love to
time.
hear it.
And
As it should be.
yeah, but they was like, that is the difference. Where it's like someone gets on the bow of a boat, it's like, don't get me wrong, like a woman getting up on the bow of a boat versus a man getting up on the bow of the boat, like the guy wants to show off for the guy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll be the first one to admit it. I want to throw a fucking 75-foot cast off the bow of the Hell's Bay. Am I?
Yeah.
Probably not. But do I want to? Yes. But
Same here.
it's like the first thing, like, that's, I think the first thing that goes into a male's mind is like, I step on the bow. I'm like, I kind of got to lock in, where it's like a woman all, like, every time will hop on and be like, ask 1,000 questions, and then they'll like intake everything, and they're 9 times out of 10 way better than the men on the bow.
Yeah. Yeah, I love to hear it. Yeah, I know. We had, I want to say, I don't know how many new people came last year exactly, but I want to say it was at least we had two girls who were just very, or sorry, 20 girls that were just very new into fly fishing. And they just heard about the tournament through social and whatnot. And they were like, I want to come do this, even though I've never done it before. So having that community there too is really awesome.
That's a big confidence thing too. Like,
Hmm.
that's awesome to show up. Like, very awesome. And I think
Yeah.
that's what's really cool about it. But let's see. Like, so what? I know some people know, but what makes the Lady Red tournament different from other inshore redfish tournaments?
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest thing that makes Lady Red unique is just it's really rooted in like the fun of it all. I mean, we definitely create some friendly competition with like place winnings and stuff like that. We have some amazing sponsors that, always graciously donate their awesome products for the winners each year. But I think the thing that truly keeps people coming back is the people. Um, and being a part of a community that's just so connected all over. Like, the girl that was in Louisiana is now going to fish with the girl that was in Florida. And like, so it's just a feeling and like connections, relationships that last so much longer past just the tournament weekend. Um, so I feel like a lot of other tournaments are just incredibly competitive.
Yeah.
And I feel like the atmosphere we fostered at Lady Red is just come hang out with us, fish a little for fun, and then make some friends that'll last forever. So
Yeah, that's like it's always so competitive too. Like, even on every single tournament, like, that's why I got out of bass fishing, is because
yeah,
I fished like 20
bass
tournaments,
fishing's
30 tournaments a
crazy.
year.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nuts. I fished so many of them, and like, my girlfriend asked me one day, my mom has asked me, she's like, "You ever gonna get into fishing, like, fly fishing tournaments, like, down at the coast?" I'm like, "Hell no." I was like, I've competitively fished enough in my fucking 15-year career that
Yeah.
I don't care to fish with $1,000 to $1,200 on the line ever again.
Yeah.
Because it's like I
It
spin
brings something
out.
out in people. Yeah.
It does, dude. Like, I've had it where I've had co-anglers on my boat like crashing out because they lost like a freaking 14-inch fish. I'm like, dude, chill out. Like,
Yeah.
there's 1,000 others under here. Look at the fucking graph up on the
Yeah.
front. But it's like, it does take something else out in people, which is
Yeah.
crazy. And
Yeah. I mean,
that,
we
like,
have really good like prizes, like I mentioned earlier, like handmade trophies, Hardy Rods, Yeti does a lot. And the list could go on and on. But I just I that's definitely a part of it, but I feel like everyone's there just to have fun and be with
yeah.
each other. So
And that's how it should be. Like,
yeah.
it
Yeah.
shouldn't be people cracking rods over their knees
Yeah,
and
exactly.
breaking push poles and stuff like that. It should be fun. Now,
Yeah, I
don't get me
agree.
wrong. There are days where I want to do that, and I want to do it to my golf clubs there too. But like, will I? Probably not. But
Yeah.
it should never be like that.
Yeah.
A fish has a brain like that. So it's not worth cracking your $500 hardy more
Exactly.
than that. But
Yeah.
so it's really cool to kind of see you guys create an event for women in fly fishing. Like, what, this could be a question that it was already asked in a different way, and I apologize if it is.
No, all good.
But what made you want to build it for the women in the industry and the community?
I mean, yeah, I think it can kind of play off what we were talking about before, but I mean, just there's not many spaces for women to come together in this sense. And be fully supported and meet so many other people that are like them or have same interests as them all in one place. um, but yeah, other than just bringing together like a supportive community, we wanted to create a tournament that was just super approachable. So like I mentioned earlier, whether it was your first time picking up a fly rod or your 10,000th, like we want you to be there. um, And what's better than being in the low country? This place is
Hell yeah,
beautiful. So being able to
it
share
is.
it with a lot of different people is really cool to see too.
Yeah, I'm about to spend way too much time in the Low Countries over like the next few months. Like I was down there for like Seaweed, and then I have
Oh, that's awesome.
my brother's bachelor party at the end of April, and then literally the week after I'd like the Soulfly things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool too. So it's like,
We can't wait for that. Yeah.
dude, that whole crew over there is so funny. The Soulfly crew,
Yeah. I've only
dude.
met Alec. He was here a few months ago planning for Soulfly, and then he was here last week for the film fest. They had a video in it. So he's awesome. I love all of them.
Dude, he's so funny. We met him
Yeah.
out at the bar after casting drafts,
Oh cool,
and
yeah.
I got a little banged up that night. But like,
Classic.
dude, he's just hysterical, and
Yeah.
that whole thing's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so damn cool.
I love
But
the mountain grass unit, so I'm stoked
I
to
do
see
too.
them.
I love that
And
new bluegrass.
yeah. And Leon Myson will be there too. He recently just came on as a ambassador too, so we're stoked to have him in our hometown.
It's cool to see Leon how like he's kind of like ingrained in like this whole thing.
Oh
So
yeah.
I think he's from Jacksonville. He's friends with all like the guys at Historic Coast and all them,
Yeah.
and then Javi, which is kind of cool because like they all tell me stories about like when he was not like small, but when he was kind of
Yeah.
coming up. And he's like, dude, you got to go to one of this guy's concerts, and
Yeah.
it's cool to see that now that he's on with you guys.
Yeah. Me
Um,
and some friends actually went down to Jacksonville when he was there for, he played a show, but it was for Marsh Fest.
yeah,
And so we got to spend quite a few days together. It was awesome. We did like a upland hunt one day, we fished one day, and then like um, we shot clays one day, and then it was Marsh Fest. So it was a
yeah.
full week, but it was really cool getting to hang out with all of them.
Yeah, that Marsh Fest. I was gonna go down to Marsh Fest. That was the same week we had that giant cold front come through, and it was like
Oh yeah.
legit icy. I couldn't even get out of the house.
Oh,
I
that's
felt horrible.
crazy. Yeah.
But I was like, damn, I want to go down to do that. But
Yeah.
I'm going down. Are you guys going down to the one in I think April?
I'm not sure yet. That one's a lot of fun too. We did that one last year as well, and then Justin was like, "You got to come back for the fall one." They usually have it in the fall, but this year they moved it to January, um, and it's just so much fun every time. There's like 20 other companies there that friends with, and meeting all of them is super cool. So
Yeah,
they always have something going on down there. I love it.
they do. That Jacksonville crowd it's a lot. It's very similar to the Charleston crowd where they've always got
It
something going
is.
on.
Yeah.
And why'd they change? They changed it to the fall because of Florida Georgia weekend. I think is that's what Javi was telling me. Is that they used
Probably.
to have it on
Yeah.
the same weekend. I would have been down there if it was on the same weekend as Florida Georgia too. Shoot, I
Oh my
probably would have been down
gosh.
there longer if it was there
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. That's
But
hilarious.
just so like for someone hearing about it, uh, we've already covered that. What should first time participants expect when they show up on tournament day?
Yeah. Well, I guess yeah. So first day is, it's usually a Thursday to Saturday tournament. So we kick things off on Thursday, with just our captain's meeting, which is the classic like check in, grab your tournament bags full of goods. I give the reading of the rules, and then basically everyone's just there to hang out. um, and then yeah, Thursday night is just super awesome because you can like feel excitement in the air. Like everyone's so giddy and like excited to get on the water. So Thursday night is definitely special in itself too. And then Friday is fish all day. It's the tournament hours are like 7:30 to 4:30, so it's definitely a long tournament. But I mean, some people are on the water as early as like 6 to get to their spot, and then off the water at 5. So Friday night is usually pretty chill. Last year we actually hosted like a little happy hour at our King Street store.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, basically people are just like snoozing, getting ready for the next day because Saturday is the same deal basically, and then the awards party that night. And that's just announcing winners. We usually have a live band, raffles, all that jazz, and then again, just having a good time. So, I mean, I don't know. We usually try and plan the tournament around a good flood tide. So I really hope that, first time anglers or all participants, get to see a lot of happy fish. But yeah, first time participants, I just hope they are there to have a good time and hopefully catch some fish.
The captain's meeting, does some people not snooze the night before the tournament?
This is true.
Yeah.
Last year we did have a late night lingering crowd, but I love that. I was in the mix there too. So
That is always fun. I remember it used to be that way, like when we fished in college and we traveled
yeah.
around all these tournaments. There's always one or two that are like waking up at like 8 to pre-fish
Oh
after
yeah.
like late night. But that's what's cool about it though. Is it's like 95% of the time it's like I'll wake up hungover to go
Yeah.
fish way quicker than I will to go to work or anything
Oh, for
else.
sure. For sure. Yeah, I think that just because this tournament is not framed as something super serious, like it lets people loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Some people literally use the tournament as like part of their vacation, so like people are just down to hang out anyways. But yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. And see, like I wish more tournaments were like that, where it's like hands off. It's like, you know what, if you want to drink 18 beers the night before the tournament,
go
go
for
ahead
it.
and do it. Go ahead and do it. It's
Yeah,
like that's a big difference between like the bass fishing side and then the fly fishing side. It's like regardless if I'm fly fishing or bass fishing, it's like I don't really bass fish anymore, but it's like I'm I'm drinking it. I'm drinking at
yeah.
least 10 beers the night before a tournament.
And
But
I will be fine in the morning. Don't worry about me.
yeah, and I'll be okay. But it's like the bass fish. There's some of them that are like literally to bed at like 4 in the afternoon and up making coffee at like 3:30. I'm like, dude, like there's no fun in that. Like let
What's good
loose a
about
little
being on a
bit.
team though is two of you can go crazy as long as there's one that's keeping everyone in line. It's
Yeah,
great.
there's got to be one wrangling up the gang.
Yeah. Yeah.
But how does conservation kind of play a role in your guys' tournament?
Yeah. So every year, Lady Red has benefited the Charleston Waterkeeper. And then just to make events like this possible, we really do owe it all to their team. Waterkeeper has been studying and collecting data on Charleston waters for about 20 years now. Without them, I just feel like the water quality would be so much worse, and there wouldn't
Oh
be as
yeah.
much accountability on the Charleston side, more pollution risk, all that jazz, which in return, just obviously is affecting our waterways and unique characteristics of our fishery. So we
Oh yeah.
really couldn't be stoked to be just a small part of supporting their mission. So
Yeah, that's something that I think a lot of other states should be doing too. Is because it's like you go down Florida, Mosquito Lagoon was destroyed for so long,
yeah,
like
yeah,
so long. I remember I lived down there for 2 years, and I used to fish Mosquito Lagoon all the time, and they were dumping literal shit into
yeah,
Mosquito Lagoon for so long.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, like you still like go around some of those little backwaters where you can wade, and it still is kind of like a little shit murky,
Yeah.
and it's like
I feel
thank
like
God
I feel like the lagoon's on the come up though.
it is.
I think
It,
there's some good things happening down there.
there definitely is. It'd be nice to see the lagoon the way it was before. Like even when I wasn't living there, I was like 14, 15 years old watching what was that dude? Addictive Fishing. Um, he used to have those blue rods from Wright and McGill. I always forget his name. He's a legend. Um, I had his.
I'm trying
He
to
was
look it
like,
up.
shoot. Oh,
With
what was his name?
blue rods.
Yeah, it was Addictive Fishing was his show. Hold on, I'm about to look it up on my
Blair
phone.
Wiggins?
Blair Wiggins. That's exactly who
Yeah.
it was. I remember him going down to the lagoon and catching like giant tarpon.
Dude, yeah. They're
And
there just
they
far and
are,
in between. Yeah.
dude. They're there. Like you don't need a boat to get to tarpon either. Like there's spots where you can go down there and just wade the shore. But
Yeah.
like I talked to a lot of people down there. Like one of my buddies would always tell me, every tarpon that runs up and down the East Coast is most likely bred in Mosquito Lagoon. It's just a
Whoa.
breeding ground for big tarpon for some reason.
I
Now,
didn't know
I
that.
didn't fact check them or anything like that. I don't have the time to
Writing it
fact
down.
check them. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna look this up on Google later and call a
Yeah.
scientist just to fact check
Yeah.
you. That's not gonna be like I have the fucking time to do that, but like it's one of those things. It's like that was kind of cool to hear. It's like 90% of those fish come from Mosquito Lagoon. I was like, all right. I
Yeah.
mean, they're bathing
That is
in
wild.
bathing in shit, but I'm
That's
like,
why
all
they're
right.
big.
But you know what? They are big.
Yeah.
But how do you see the Lady Red tournament growing in the next few years?
Yeah. I mean, as far as here in the Low Country, just in order to like respect the waterways, we do have to cap the number of teams. So I wish we could say like anyone who wants to fish it, come on down, and then we'll have 1,000 boats on the water. But unfortunately, that's just not sustainable. So I really hope Lady Red, as far as growing, just more and more new faces get to trickle in and out and make their way into the tournament, and just again create those relationships with the other ladies that last a whole lifetime, and then they can just go fish wherever they want together. Um, just growing that community, whether they're there or not, I think is super important.
Oh yeah, I think that's a huge thing. Especially it's like you look at like Jacksonville. Everybody wants to have that community, which is super
Yeah,
cool. And it's like what Sean's building down there with you guys is awesome too.
yeah. I feel like Historic Coast is really doing a good job at bringing the folks together down there too.
Oh yeah,
It is a bunch of bros, so it doesn't lend itself to the women yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
I think I think Historic Coast and Javi are kind of trying to get it to. I think they're. I talk to Javi almost weekly, and Justin from Historic Coast. I think they're
Yeah.
trying to get it to like be that way, and that would be really cool if he does. I believe they can, dude. It's insane down there.
Yeah. I mean, I was down there in January, but I've been to Jacksonville a few times, and I've gotten to fish every time I was there. The similarities between Jacksonville and Charleston, as far as their waterways, are really similar.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is so close, but just like the look and feel of things down there is very similar.
I always forget how close Jacksonville actually is to Charleston.
Yeah, it's only like 4.5 hours, I think.
Yeah, like I drove longer than that to get to school from Charlotte, and
Yeah,
it's like shit. If I lived in Charleston or Jacksonville, I'd be up there all the time. I mean,
yeah,
but
yeah.
do you see expansion to new locations or species for the tournament format?
I'm not sure. We're always trying to mix things up here and there, make it more interesting in small ways. So, like last year, we added the all women's team division, and then a couple years ago, I threw in a bonus category for sheep's head. Um, so I don't know. We'll see. We have some things up our sleeve this year, but as far as locations, Low Country's home. So it's just Charleston for now, but I'd love to see it go elsewhere as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. For sure. But so one of my last questions that I always ask. So I tell people tell me this is the hardest question of every single episode. So I have a running playlist on Spotify. I give 5 songs, and then the guest gives 5 songs, and it goes into the playlist. So what would you?
That's
We can
so
go one
awesome.
for one. We can go one for one, or what?
Okay, well, I like one for one. Let's do
All
that.
right, cool deal. I threw a wrinkle in a bunch of wrinkles in mine today just because it's St. Patty's Day.
I love that. I do forget St. Patty's is next weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into the clusterfuck of cold beer tomorrow. I think if
Yeah, feeling
my
lucky.
friends are feeling good, then we're gonna do it. But let's see. All right, so my first one. This is the one I thought I put one more Irish song on here, but I did not. This is you've probably heard it on memes, but it's "Come Out You Black and Tans." It is an Irish battle song from when from when they were feuding in Northern Ireland.
I feel like I need to take a listen really quick. This is insane.
Yeah, so this is why we can't call an Irish car bomb an Irish car bomb at Irish pubs around any big
I
city.
I love this. Wow. Um okay, cool. Well, I don't have any Irish songs. Dang it.
Oh, you're
I
good.
wish
You're
I
good.
had some to pull out of the hat. Um I'm going to go Made in the Shade by Leonard Skinner.
Great song.
Wait, what's this playlist called?
Trout Tunes Season 1. I'm just changing it to Trout Tunes now. Because I completely did away with seasons of it. It's just 650 songs now.
Nice.
That is a good song. Gotta love some Skinner.
You
Let's see
have
what
to.
the next one. My second one was Homesick, the live at Fenway version from Noah
Okay.
Khan.
Okay. He played in Charleston last year.
He played Charlotte. I think it was like a week after my girlfriend told me about him. She was like, "Hey, let's go to this Noah Khan concert." And at the time, I was like, "No, he made I hate this music."
Can't go.
And then I figured I started listening to more of them. I was like, "Wait." I was like, "This dude's from New England. He's referencing very niche New England things." I started listening to more of him, and his whole album is Easter eggs of niche New England references. I was like, damn, I should have taken up her opportunity to go to that concert.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I had never seen him before or really listened to him much before that, but his live show was really good. I was impressed.
I heard he's got an amazing stage presence.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I guess I'll go with my number 2. It's been, sun's been shining out. It's feeling like Panic. Time Zones by Widespread Panic. I can't
Great
get
song.
that song out of my head recently.
Have you seen them when they've been to Charleston?
Yeah, I saw them both times they played here. Such a good time all the time. But my friends are trying to convince me to go down to St. Augustine with them. So we'll see. Or out to Montana.
That'd be a good. Do you see they're playing Red Rocks again this year?
Oh, really? No, I missed that.
It was right before they just announced that new Montana show. They're going out to Red Rocks. I think they do. I'm afraid they're gonna quit. They're gonna quit touring here soon.
Me too. That's why I'm trying to soak it up.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're playing at Kettle House in Montana, and I used to live right by that, so I feel like
that's cool.
I need to go do that.
Oh, I would. So my third is Bad Luck, the Zach Top and Billy Strings version.
Oh, that's also a good one.
Yeah. I got my Billy Strings story I have is, so when I was in college, I graduated in 19. It was my freshman year, and we used to just go out to the Outer Banks all the time.
Oh, cool.
One weekend we went out there, and someone was like, "Oh, there's a bluegrass festival in town. You guys should head over." So I was like, "Dude, let's go." Some of my friends were like, "No, dude, I hate bluegrass music." I was like, "It's something to do. It's something to go and just an excuse for us to drink a bunch of cold beer." And they're like, "All right, let's do it."
Yeah.
We go, and I just started hearing Billy Strings for the first time that summer before, where he had a collab song with Willie Nelson before the one California Sober. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." So we show up, and Billy Strings comes out on stage "Hey guys, I'm Billy Strings." There's nobody there.
What? Dude, that's so awesome.
And he played, and my friends was like, "Dude, this is unbelievable." I was like, "I've heard one song by this dude. I had no idea he was going to be here." And all my buddies started listening to him ever since. And it's now it's 3-4 years ago, he's starting to pop off. And people are like, "Oh, dude, we got to go to Billy Strings. We got to go see Billy Strings." And I was like, dude, I've seen him like 4 times.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in the same boat. I've seen Billy quite a few times now. My roommate's a bit of a follower. She's at like 66 or something. I'm at
Holy
8.
shit.
Yeah. But I kind of had a similar experience the first time I saw him. It was in like 2018. I was just in Richmond. There's like this music festival kind of deal by the river, and I go up. I have no idea who Billy is, but I'm like, who is this guy? He rocks. Like, I need to know more about him. And then ever since then, I've kind of like tried to see him every year. So
Yeah. See, I haven't do like the resale price. I always like get on to the ticket sales like website way too late. And I'm
yeah,
like, well, I was like, I'll pick one up off of like Game Time or something like that. I log on to Game Time. It's like, $600. I was like,
yeah,
I'll
dude,
pass on
capture
this one.
trade is the way to go.
Is it?
Yeah,
I'll have to do that next time.
yeah. It's. Well, I mean, they pretty much have to sell them at face value, and I feel like it's just a bunch of heady people. There's always good tickets on there. So yeah.
Some dude that's selling tickets for like 4 grilled cheeses.
No, seriously, he would probably hand them over if you had some
Yeah.
grilled cheese.
I got grilled cheese. It's like that was like my dad. My dad was a big Deadhead, and he used to tell me stories about like going to Dead shows, and it was like
Oh, that's so
grilled cheese, and just like out in the lot. And she's
cool.
like,
Nothing beats
yes,
a lot. Yeah.
yeah. I was like, that's pretty sick. But so we saw Billy. The last time I saw him, I think, was at the concert for Carolinas up here when they did the whole
Oh,
thing, and like my butt, like it was me, my girlfriend, her coworker, my buddy Kenny, and Kenny's wife, and I was like all pumped. I was like, dude, Billy Strings is gonna be here. I was like, this is gonna change your mind. I was like, this is gonna blow your mind. He gets up on stage and he plays like 4 songs, but he like jams into them and goes in and
yeah.
out of them. And I was like, isn't this awesome? And they looked over at me. They're like, this fucking sucks. I was like, this is horrible. He only played like 4 songs because it delayed. And I was like, dude, you got to listen to like more. I was like,
Yeah.
he should have played like 6, 7 songs. I was like, you guys
Yeah.
it would have been better.
He like
But
went to Richmond, and so I was like, I told my parents, I was like, y'all have to go. Like, you will love it, because we grew up listening to bluegrass and whatnot. And so, like, okay, we'll go, we'll go. They had a horrible time. He was like having, I think it was definitely like one of his heavier shows. And so they were like, what is this bullshit? This isn't bluegrass. Like, I think they were expecting traditional bluegrass.
yeah,
So anyway, but I was like, no, he's playing again mid-April, and I'm gonna be there. And so I was like, no, y'all have to come back. It'll be different, I promise.
it's like,
So
here, take this.
yeah, yeah, seriously, yeah,
But dude, it's like you either love it or you hate it. It's like I listen to like a lot of the traditional like bluegrass too. And then it's like you listen to that, I was like, it's 2 completely like different genres of music.
yeah,
Like that whole Leftover Salmon like
yeah,
scene, Mountain Grass Unit. And nobody understands that. They're like thinking they're gonna go to a Billy show and it's gonna be like Doc Watson or like Flats and Scruggs. And it's like, no,
and it
this is
is sometimes.
yeah, it is sometimes. I love when Billy Strings plays the Doc Watson covers. It's awesome. Just like I
Yeah,
do listen to a ton of Doc Watson. And it's like, but it's like when he played at the Ryman last week, and then it was like the "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" like whole thing. It's
literally
like
sends me.
it's awesome, but it's like you put like a 60-year-old at that show, they'll be like, oh, this is really cool. And then it's
Yeah,
like you put them into this like Wook Central, like
yeah,
the other shows. A 60-year-old wouldn't know what the hell to do in that crowd.
yeah. No, I agree.
But I completely forgot what who was supposed to go next. I think you're on 2. Yeah, you're next because I did Bad
Okay.
Luck by Billy.
Oh yes,
I
yes,
got
yes.
off on an ADD tangent. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We love Billy. Almond Bros Till I Die. So, One Way Out by the Bros.
I love the Allman Brothers too.
Me and my friend Claire, we were them for Halloween last year, and it was awesome.
That's awesome.
I wish I could pull up a picture really quick, because we did a little photo shoot. But
That is
it's way deep in
great.
my phone.
My My mom got to see my mom's a big Allman Brothers band. Like she saw them a bunch at like Jingle Ball or something like that, and she loves the Allman Brothers, and she got me into like all that. She had like old CDs, and so I had an old '07 Tahoe, and every like all the time my like. Do you remember how you had to put a jack into a car
Mm-hmm.
instead of like it was Google CarPlay or whatever it is
Yeah,
now? So I had that, and all my cables would break. And my mom would like hand me over all these CDs, and she's like, "Here, like."
that's so perfect.
I was like, "This is great." So I had like a Dead CD. I had Allman Brothers, Jimmy Buffett, and I had a box set of Crosby, Stills, and Nash
I
that I'd
love
listen
that.
to like constantly. And it'd be like I'd pick my sister up at school, and she'd get in the car. She's like, "What are you listening to?" She's like, "This music's horrible." And then it's like she goes to college and she gets in my
Yeah,
car and I'm listening to the same thing. She's like, "Oh, I love this song."
yeah,
It's like
just
you used to
wait.
crucify me for picking you up when listening to this music.
That's awesome. They always come around.
Yeah. So my next one was Waymore's Blues, Waylon Jennings.
Classic. Love it.
Let's see. Dude, oh, what the hell? I did not know you're sitting behind my golf clubs.
I feel like he's been chilling back there the whole time.
Yeah, he was. Dude, he's over next to my feet. Now he's behind my golf clubs, like cowering behind them. Dude, what are you doing? Oh, you can't see him. He's back there somewhere. Come here, hey, come up here. You're getting the deer hair up here. That's what you're doing.
Can't stay away.
No, he's all good. He didn't need it, thank
I guess
God.
I should have led with this one next, but I had "Sitting on Top of the World" by Doc on here.
It's a great song.
Yeah, I feel like any time of my life I can listen to that song, and
Yeah.
it fits.
Have you ever heard "Devil Went Down to Deep Gap" by Billy Strings and Brian Sutton? It's
Is that
like a
on the?
spin-off. It's like a spin-off of Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Wait, no, I haven't.
Great song.
Oh, it just came out.
Yeah, it's so Deep Gap is where Doc Watson's actually from in North Carolina. And it's like a spin-off of Devil Went Down to Georgia. It's pretty cool.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna listen after this.
I think let's see. Yeah, that's a great song. Shit. Lost my playlist. There we go.
Number 5.
So my next one was Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra.
Another great one. Another great one. I do feel like all the ones I picked are like very similar genre, but you know, we got to have some yellow in there at some point.
Oh yeah.
My next one, just because of where I am, South Carolina by the Poets of Rhythm.
See, now I haven't heard of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say one hit wonder, but this album is really good. I feel like some of it's definitely like instrumental jam, but More Myself My Thing and Funky Train and Choking on a Piece of Meat. Those are all good ones that are on this album.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Dude, I'm trying to look back at this and see some of the like off the wall ones I've picked. Yeah, Blue Ridge Mountain Blues by Doc Watson I had on there.
Oh, that's a great one.
Dude, like I haven't been into him as much, but I've had people tell me to start like listening to him. But it's Goose. Have you ventured down that?
For sure. I've been to also quite a few Goose shows. Goose was really big for me and my friends in college. We would always get ready to hot tea. But yeah, they're great as well. I think they're super talented musicians. Last time I saw them they do like a Christmas show every year, Goosemas. So a bunch of my friends from college came down because they did it here. And it was like literally the most insane experience. They set up the stage to be like live bingo. And they had someone back there rolling a huge bingo thing. And then every ball had a song on it. So like they didn't create a set list. They just did the songs that came out on the balls. And so the
That's
guy that
brilliant.
was like, no, it is. It was so brilliant and so cool. And the guy who was like doing the balls, he was so theatrical about everything. He would like run across the stage with it and show everyone. Um, and they had a lot of things going on that night because there was also like a dunk tank in the corner. So like during set break, they were like dunking people. I don't know. It was really awesome.
Dude,
I
they
highly recommend.
they did theirs this year, and I think it was like Rhode Island, and it looked wild too. But it was
Yeah.
like that same weekend. It was something like, I think, so like, because they had to get on stage, and they said something like there was like a school shooting in
Yeah. Oh
Rhode Island
yeah. Yeah, there
that same
was.
night, and they're like, we're gonna hold you guys here for a little bit. Like, you can't go outside. It's wild. But
Yeah.
do you ever listen to Penelope Road? They're another band out of Athens, Georgia.
Yes, they actually I think they recently played at Poorhouse, which is like our local, it's the place to be. I love it
Yeah,
there. But they recently played there and they're awesome too. They also
yeah. It's
played
like a
at the Royal American too.
it's a different style of music, but they covered "Man I Need" by Olivia Dean, and it was phenomenal.
Wow.
And yeah, like there's a bunch of those different bands. Like, I've seen one or two bands like in Athens. My little sister went to Georgia, so
Oh
I
cool.
was I was in Athens a decent amount. But like, there are so many bands in like college kids in Athens that'll just pop up and play at like these little bars around there,
Yeah.
and they all play like Widespread Panic covers,
Yeah.
Dead covers, and stuff like that. And like, I'm zoned out in the corner, and my sister's like, "Oh, like, like, what are you doing?" I was like, "This is an
Yeah.
unbelievable cover of like Sugar Magnolia." I
Yeah.
saw one that was like Scarlet Begonias. Then they
Yeah.
played I forget. I think it was Barnyard. It's like a little college kid band. I was like, this is the craziest cover of Scarlet Begonias that I've ever
I
seen.
feel like Athens is like secretly a little hub for great music. Like there's
It
always
is.
good music rolling through town and then yeah, like little bands just here and there.
It's so cool. Like, I wanted to go see Billy when he played at um, Aikens, but
Mhm.
I again, it was one of those times where I was like, oh, like $600 a ticket. I was like, and then
You
another
can't do that.
another 200 of a hotel on top of it. I was like, fuck
Yeah.
that. But like,
Yeah.
they ended up playing. He ended up playing All Time Low night one, and I was watching it on Nugs, and I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
that was worth six
Yeah.
hundred bucks right there. It's like, god damn it.
I think the message is here, just buy the tickets because you'll
Yes,
love it.
yes.
Yeah,
But
I'm seeing him twice in April, so super
that'll be fun.
excited. Yeah.
So that's all I got for you today. You got any last thanks and plugs you want to give?
Shout out Marshware, love them. Happy to be here. Um, that's really it. Thank you so much for having me on.
No problem. Thank you for coming on this wild ADD ridden podcast. But
I'm right there with you.
I'll what's up, guys? That was Julia with Marshware in the Marshware Lady Red tournament. Really cool episode. If you are a female and you are looking to get into a not too competitive, but a good time, like a tournament that's a really good time, I would consider entering the Marshware Lady Red tournament and having a good time. Um, all around, heard that has been a great time to be in Charleston with the party going on and stuff like that. So go and check it out. Once again, we have the Red Spot Roundup cards from After Work Fish Club for sale right now. So go and pick up your After Work Fish Club Red Spot Roundup 3 card and get to fishing. So that's all we got for today. Thank you guys for listening. Like, subscribe, leave a review on Apple. Have a great weekend. Drink responsibly. We have St. Patty's Day weekend coming up this weekend, so I just headbutt the microphone. But everybody have a great weekend. Drink responsibly. I know I will be drinking irresponsibly, but I will have a ride, so I am not drinking and driving. So everybody be safe. Have a great weekend and go catch some fish.